Sanctuary Shattered Sun is the upcoming sci-fi real-time strategy on a grand scale, with both base building and unit combat featuring a commander unit, 3 distinct factions, just 2 resources, 3 technology levels, weather control, a streaming economy system, and it is set on a Dyson Sphere built around our very own sun in the distant future. In this video, I will be showcasing newest gameplay footage with updated graphics, effects, models, the strategic overview, and incredible performance even with thousands of units on the screen, as Sanctuary is designed to work smoothly even up to 10,000 units on its vast battlefields of grass, ice and sand. In close testing, the game works with 100 frames per second, and for dev team members with better GPUs, even up to 200 FPS. This is thanks to the work they have put into the architecture of the core engine, which supports multi-threading and latest rendering techniques. A Kickstarter campaign for Sanctuary Shattered Sun will be launching soon, and a beta version of the game is aimed to be released at around the same time in the first half of 2024. The developers are not targeting any particular release date, as they want to be flexible and also not disappoint their future players if any unexpected problems come up during development. Considering 2023 turned out to be the year of delays, and so many games pushed their release dates into 2024, I think it is a good stance to take. And you can tell me in the comments which game release delays disappointed you the most. The 3 factions of Sanctuary Shattered Sun are the Earth Defense Alliance, which are the regular humans, as opposed to the post-humans who have transferred their consciousness from flesh to machine, calling themselves the Chosen. Last faction is the Robotic Guard, which is the AI caretaker of Sanctuary called Ra. The 2 resources which make up the economy of this game are alloy and energy. At this point, you're probably realizing this game is a spiritual successor of Supreme Commander and Total Annihilation, complete with an economy system where you do not spend resources up front for unit manufacturing and building construction, but bit by bit as the process nears completion. Other similarities are the existence of a commander unit, strategic overview, 3 technology levels, and simulated weapons fire, which can be dodged by movement or reflected by shields. The difference in the commander unit in Sanctuary Shattered Sun is the ability to resurrect your commander in a different chassis, but at a substantial cost of alloy and energy. Other important differences in gameplay to those old predecessor games, and especially the newer ones like 0K or Beyond All Reason, are the ability to control the weather and open up chasms in the superstructure of the Dyson Sphere you are playing on. So while in Beyond All Reason you can demolish the ground enough to create new water or lava flows, in Sanctuary you can freeze the entire map or make a hole large enough that units will drop down into the sun itself. If you want to help the team to be able to expand on these features, make sure to wishlist the game on Steam, maybe donate on their Patreon, or wait for the Kickstarter and help them out then. Links are in the description. Now let's take a look at the mix of gameplay from both a snow and a sand map, where you will be able to notice the difference between the old and new UI. Just like in the mentioned games, in Sanctuary you have the same start, only your commander, some starting alloy and energy, and from those humble beginnings you build up a base that will be capable of sustaining huge levels of resource production and unit manufacturing in multiple vehicle bays. While alloy can be harvested by extractors on specific points, the energy must be generated locally at your base by several kinds of buildings you can construct. You can plan out many buildings in advance using a queue system, as well as manufacture additional constructors to help you with building outposts and additional alloy extractors on sources dotted around the map. Players will be able to harvest trees, rocks, and even destroyed units from the map to get a resource boost, making the aftermath of battles important areas on the map to keep control over. The strategic view helps a lot here with its fast transition between the satellite camera and close-up camera, allowing you to keep track of the overall map situation and keep expanding your base. Early harassment by small and fast units is to be expected, as each player will try to deny the other territory and alloy sources. In the late game, players will be able to build alloy furnaces that create more alloy but at a steep energy cost. Even this latest version of the user interface you can see in this gameplay footage is definitely not final, as development is ongoing and the final version of the game shouldn't be expected before 2025. If you want to see more such RTS games in development, here is a link up here and below for a video full of them. What you can access already in Sanctuary is the public map editor, which you can try out and you can see how it works for yourself. The link is found on the Discord server and you can find an invitation in the description of this video. Mod support is another feature of this game, and its developers, who come from the modding, indie and professional game development scene, have made sure future modders of their game can change a variety of unit stats, add or remove units altogether, play with the effects and do much more. This is achieved thanks to implementing the game behavior in the scripting language of Lua, so anyone with a text editor can jump right in and start creating anything from unit stats to custom AI. Bridges and skyscrapers, which are going to be present on some of the maps, can in fact be attacked and destroyed to crash down on nearby enemy units. Those same bridges can later be fixed by your constructor units and cross to attack from unexpected directions. I am personally amazed at the progress developers have made since I showcased this game last time, and love the fact there are so many passionate people working on such grand-scale RTS games. So no matter if you are a die-hard multiplayer fan who spends most of his time in the strategic view orchestrating the downfall of your opponents, or a skirmish player who loves to zoom in and enjoy the combat full of effects and explosions, Sanctuary will deliver to you both exactly what you like to play. If you are wondering about the Veterancy system for units and gaining experience to increase the combat stats of units, don't get your hopes up, as for now the developers don't plan to make that a part of this game. Navy is a feature they definitely want to have in this game, but it will probably come as a stretch goal during Kickstarter. Shields, however, are already in the game, and you can see them in all these gameplay clips. I am not going to go into the specifics of their function or stats, as all that will no doubt change as development and gameplay balancing continues. Multiplayer will go up to 8 players, and there will be dozens of unit types for you to build and fight with. Chris Taylor, the creator of Total Annihilation and Supreme Commander himself, liked what he saw of the game so far and talked with the developers, giving them his full support to carry on the legacy of such games. I honestly don't know if you can have a stronger confirmation that the game is heading in a good direction than that. Don't forget to wishlist Sanctuary Shattered Sun on Steam, while you can learn about other RTS games you might enjoy using the cards on the screen. Thank you for watching and happy gaming!